Have you lost your mind? Kanye.
All you niggas, all you street niggas, all you rap niggas, just any nigga that ever said something about my fucking hat.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, you ain't helped me when I was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence. No, your influence is for politics.
Kanye West just dropped a bombshell about Beyonce and Jay-Z's son that has Hollywood shook. He's claiming Sir Carter has some mystery illness that the power couple has been hiding from the public. Is Kanye exposing dark Hollywood secrets, or is this just another wild rant to stay relevant? Beyonce is furious. Jay-Z is threatening legal action. And the internet is going crazy, trying to figure out what's really going on. Let's dive into this mess. Somebody needs to take Kanye's phone away because the man is on an absolute tear. His latest target? The Carter family. Specifically, their 7-year-old son, Sir. In a series of now deleted tweets, Kanye made shocking claims about Sir's mental capacity and conception that crossed every line imaginable. But here's the thing, Kanye swears he's not just stirring drama, he claims he's exposing secrets the Hollywood elite don't want you to know. The internet is buzzing with speculation. So what's really going on behind the scenes? Could there actually be something to his wild accusations? Let's break it all down. Kanye West has always been known for his unfiltered rants, but this time, he's taken things to a whole new level. In a recent online appearance, Ye dropped bombshells about Jay-Z and Beyonce that left fans and critics completely stunned. From cryptic comments to about Sir Carter's alleged mystery illness to fiery accusations aimed at the power couple, Kanye did not hold back.
Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're the R word. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having the R word children is a choice.
The internet exploded with reactions as clips of his tirade went viral. Some fans are calling him brave for exposing hidden truths, while others believe he's simply trying to stay relevant in the most chaotic way possible. Either way, Kanye's latest outburst has reignited debates about his credibility and whether there's any truth behind his claims. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. As soon as Kanye's tweet hit the airwaves, the backlash erupted like wildfire. Fans, critics, and even celebrities were quick to condemn his comments, calling them offensive and unhinged. The tweet, which targeted Beyonce and Jay-Z's children with shocking claims about their mental capacity and conception through IVF, was deleted shortly after, but not before it left a lasting impact. And here's where it gets even wilder. Instead of apologizing or attempting damage control, Kanye doubled down. He followed up with more inflammatory posts expressing frustration over being pressured to delete the original tweet.
I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person. I took it down, like Down syndrome, get it? Am I right?
And to drive the point in further, he made another tweet to reveal that he did not regret posting that.
Concerning the Jay-Z and Beyonce tweet, this said I would regret it. No, I regret taking it down. My Twitter is a one-way conversion.
As expected, Kanye West's explosive tweet sent shockwaves across social media, igniting a firestorm of reactions. Fans, critics, and casual observers are divided into three camps, each with their own take on the situation. Some speculated that Kanye's impulsive behavior and unpredictable mental state may have led him to reveal something he shouldn't have, perhaps even a hidden truth about Beyonce and Jay-Z's family. Others believe this was nothing more than a calculated jab at the Carters, knowing how fiercely they guard their family's privacy. But no matter which side people took, everyone agreed on one thing: dragging children into a petty feud is a new low, even for Kanye. Think about it. As much as we've come to expect his chaotic antics, this particular move felt especially cruel and unnecessary. It's hard not to wonder whether Kanye crossed a line this time, or if he's simply pushing boundaries for the sake of staying in the spotlight. And let's be real, haven't we all seen this pattern before? Kanye stirs up drama, deletes his posts, and then doubles down with even more outrageous behavior. It's like he thrives on controversy, but at what cost? For fans who've stuck by him through thick and thin, moments like these make you question whether his rants are cries for help or just another chapter in his endless quest for relevance.
Have you lost your mind? Kanye.
The situation has escalated far beyond a typical celebrity feud. According to insiders, Beyoncé and Jay-Z are now reportedly considering legal action against Kanye over his offensive comments about their children. A source close to the power couple revealed they found Kanye's remarks vulgar and offensive. They said, Jay-Z and Beyoncé are aware of the post Kanye has since deleted and are discussing how they want to handle this situation, whether that be privately and/or in a legal matter. This isn't surprising. The Carters are notoriously private about their family life, especially when it comes to their twins, Rumi and Sir. For Kanye to publicly question their children's mental capacity crosses a line that even Hollywood's most dramatic feuds rarely touch. The tweet specifically targeted the 7-year-old twins with shocking claims about their mental capacity and conception through IVF, topics that should never involve innocent children. Even more shocking is how many industry heavyweights have stepped in to condemn Kanye's behavior. Suge Knight, yes, that Suge Knight, criticized Kanye during an appearance on the Art of Dialogue podcast saying, "I need to holla at Kanye. We never disrespect no one's kids. You don't talk about Jay and Beyonce's children and call them R, D. That's what we won't do. It's real consequences for those types of actions. We should never disrespect anyone's children. You don't make remarks about Jay and Beyonce's kids and refer to them in derogatory terms. That's simply unacceptable." When you've got Suge Knight taking the moral high ground against you, it might be time to rethink your life choices. But perhaps the most cutting response came from Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles, who took to Instagram with a perfectly timed joke.
What happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? He has a meltdown. Y'all know this way.
In her caption, she added, "It's hard to remain positive and classy in the face of ignorance and evil, but I know that no weapon formed against me or my family shall prosper. This battle is not mine, but the Lord's. I know that the Lord has got this." A clear reference to Kanye's unhinged behavior. TMZ later caught up with Beyoncé's father, Matthew Knowles, to get his reaction to West's offensive comments. People pay a price for being stupid, especially in the music industry. I'm hopeful Kanye gets the type of help he needs in terms of mental health. In 2016, Kanye West stunned Ellen DeGeneres and her audience with an unfiltered 6-minute rant that left the host practically speechless. During this now infamous monologue, Kanye directly compared himself to the king of pop in a way that might explain his recent behavior towards Beyoncé and Jay-Z.
Isn't that so funny? The people point fingers at the people who have influenced us the most. They talk the most about the people who cared the most.
And maybe just like Michael Jackson faced scrutiny and rumors throughout his career, Kanye seems to believe that controversy is simply part of the package when you're operating at that level. But here's where things get interesting. What if Kanye's recent attacks on Beyoncé and Jay-Z's children weren't just random outbursts? What if, in his mind, he's exposing industry secrets that people don't want revealed? Remember, this is the same Kanye who has repeatedly positioned himself as someone willing to speak truth regardless of consequences. The timing is particularly suspicious. Just months before these comments about Sir Carter, Kanye had been vocal about other industry figures, including Sean Diddy Combs. Some people have even started saying Kanye was right about certain allegations that later came to light. Could his comments about the Carters' children be another attempt at what he considers exposing the truth, however misguided? If you're wondering where all this bad blood between Kanye and the Carters began, you need to turn back the clock to November 2016. That's when Kanye's simmering tension with Jay-Z and Beyoncé exploded into one of music's most shocking public meltdowns. During his St. Pablo tour stop in Sacramento, Kanye delivered a rant so explosive that it permanently fractured his relationship with music's royal couple and set the stage for the drama we're seeing today. Fans paid hundreds of dollars for tickets, only for Kanye to arrive 90 minutes late, perform just 3 songs, and then launch into a 25-minute tirade that left everyone stunned. He started by going after Beyoncé, claiming she refused to perform at the MTV VMAs unless she won Video of the Year over him and Drake's Hotline Bling.
I was hurt because I wanted to present a video called Fake, and out of respect, MTV told me, "Mr. West, out of respect to you, I will let you know that Beyonce is winning the video tonight."
But Kanye didn't stop there. In perhaps the most concerning part of his rant, he directly addressed Jay-Z with an alarming plea.
Jay-Z called me, "Hey bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them out my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man."
What's wild is how this moment perfectly mirrors what we're seeing in 2025. Back then, just like now, Kanye felt excluded from the Carters' inner circle and responded by lashing out publicly. Both situations involved him making outrageous claims that crossed boundaries most celebrities wouldn't dare approach. And both times, instead of backing down when criticized, Kanye doubled down on his statements. Here's where it gets really interesting. That Sacramento meltdown wasn't just a bad night, it was the beginning of a complete breakdown. After abruptly ending the show and dropping his mic, Kanye canceled the rest of his tour. Within 24 hours, he was hospitalized for a psychiatric evaluation after reportedly experiencing hallucinations. It's really creepy that Kanye was hospitalized after he actively challenged Jay-Z.
Y'all ain't gotta f with me, but you know I got the vision, and you know I'ma keep it real with you. Talk to y'all like this. This is a moment in the matrix, bro.
The parallels between then and now are striking. In both cases, Kanye's comments about the Carters came during periods of intense public scrutiny. In 2016, he had just controversially endorsed Trump after the election. In 2025, he was under fire for anti-Semitic remarks and associating with white supremacist Nick Fuentes. It's a pattern we've seen repeated. When Kanye feels cornered, he often lashes out at former allies, particularly the Carters. But why this fixation on Jay-Z and Beyoncé specifically? Their relationship is complicated by a deep history that goes back decades. Jay-Z was once Kanye's mentor at Rockefeller Records in the early 2000s. They reached their collaborative peak with 2011's Watch the Throne, an album that showcased two titans at the height of their powers. For Kanye, Jay-Z wasn't just a collaborator, he was an idol, a big brother figure in the industry. That's what makes the fracture so significant. When Jay-Z and Beyoncé skipped Kanye's wedding to Kim Kardashian in 2014, something fundamentally changed between them.
Beyonce had a problem with Kim.
I'm not sure, but I was hurt about them not coming to the wedding. I understand they was going through some things, but if it's family.
By his own admission in a 2018 interview, Kanye felt deeply hurt by this snub, especially since Jay-Z had loaned him $20 million. For someone who craves validation as much as Kanye does, this perceived rejection may have cut deeper than any business disagreement, because he even pulled that Taylor stunt on stage as well.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
The relationship between Kanye and Jay-Z didn't just deteriorate overnight. It was a slow burn of perceived slights and missed connections that eventually erupted into public hostility. One of the most significant turning points came in 2016 when Kim Kardashian was robbed at gunpoint in Paris. This traumatic incident, which left Kim bound and terrified as thieves stole millions in jewelry, should have been a moment when friends rallied around the West family. But according to Kanye, Jay-Z's response, or lack thereof, was the ultimate betrayal. In a tweet, Kanye said, "I love Jay-Z and I do feel bad. I always felt like the black sheep, like I wanted family in this music-ish. I'd run on stages thinking I was doing the right thing and would always be a slight. HOV not coming to my first wedding. Him putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl over me. Or even us never being invited to Ish. Taking jabs about my red hat on Donda. I felt like both him and his wife could have helped me have more leverage with my kids. They could have used their cultural position to not just watch the Kardashians run me over." Let's not forget what happened after the Sacramento rant. Kanye disappeared from public view for weeks, canceled his tour, and was hospitalized. Jay-Z and Beyoncé remained characteristically silent, letting the situation speak for itself. Years later, in 2018, Jay-Z would refer to Kanye as his little brother in an interview with David Letterman, suggesting some lingering affection despite the public falling out. While many dismiss Kanye's comments as the ramblings of someone struggling with mental health issues, there might be more to his fixation on the Carters than meets the eye. Beyoncé's notable absence from public life has fueled speculation for years, and Kanye's explosive comments might be his attempt to pull back the curtain on Hollywood's most enigmatic power couple.
It is common knowledge that Beyoncé does not speak. Like, when have we heard Beyoncé speak last? She rarely does interviews. She doesn't show her personality much apart from in her music. She doesn't use social media. Like, you're not gonna try and convince me that she's the one posting her pictures on Instagram. She rarely goes to award shows. She doesn't really go to the Met Gala. She doesn't really do much apart from music.
Looking at the patterns, Beyoncé herself has become increasingly reclusive over the years. In a rare recent interview with GQ, she explained her disappearances from public view. It is fame that can at times feel like prison, so when you don't see me on red carpets, and when I disappear until I have art to share, that's why. Let me tell you something, Kanye's rants might seem unhinged, but there's a pattern here that's got people talking. When you look at what Kanye's been saying about Jay-Z and Beyoncé, it's hard not to wonder if he's trying to expose something bigger happening behind the scenes. Remember that Ellen interview where Kanye compared himself to Michael Jackson? There was a time Michael Jackson couldn't get his video on MTV because he was considered to be urban. The Michael Jackson?
So I literally have to be Michael Jackson of apparel in order to break open the doors for everyone that will come after I'm gone, after I'm dead, after they call me Wacko Kanye.
That comparison wasn't random. Both artists faced intense scrutiny when they started speaking out against industry powers. What makes this situation even more suspicious is how aggressively Jay-Z and Beyoncé responded to Kanye's comments. They're reportedly considering legal action, with sources saying Jay-Z will absolutely not stand for how Kanye spoke about their children. But why such an extreme reaction? Is it just about protecting their kids, or is there something deeper they don't want exposed? The Carters have always been notoriously private about their twins, especially Sir, who's rarely seen in public compared to his sisters. This has fueled speculation that Sir might have some developmental condition that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are trying to keep private, exactly what Kanye hinted at in his deleted tweets.
$1.3 million is alleged that Beyoncé and Jay-Z, the Carters, paid this hospital to have the right to have their baby there in complete secrecy and privacy.
And let's not forget, Kanye has a history of making wild claims that later turn out to have elements of truth. Remember when everyone thought he was crazy for saying he was being controlled by his label? Years later, artists are fighting the same battles he highlighted. When he called out Diddy, people laughed, until serious allegations against Diddy surfaced. Even Candace was blown away when she realized Kanye was telling the truth this whole time, and people in the know wanted to suppress his voice and tried to cancel him by calling him crazy.
He was calling people the ops. You know, this person is in with the government, and he notoriously said that Diddy was a Fed. He said that publicly. Diddy's a Fed. Diddy's a Fed. And everyone was like, Kanye's crazy. And now we're looking at this lawsuit and we're going, okay, wait a second.
The timing is interesting too. Just as conspiracies about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's connections to Diddy were gaining traction online, Kanye drops these bombshells about their family. Some fans believe this is Kanye's way of fighting back against what he sees as Hollywood's elite trying to silence him. This is where things get truly wild. Kanye wasn't just throwing random accusations at the Carters. He was genuinely terrified of what might happen to him for speaking out. In one of his most chilling statements, Kanye straight up told his fans that if he suddenly disappeared, they needed to understand why.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. I believe at this point we're all one race. We're the human race. At this point, it's going to take us all coming together under God and helping each other.
That's right. He was literally telling his audience that if something happened to him, it wouldn't be an accident. It would be retaliation for the secrets he was exposing about Hollywood's elite. This isn't just paranoia. Kanye genuinely believes he's taking massive risks by calling out figures like Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Remember when he begged Jay-Z not to send killers at his head during that Sacramento concert? That wasn't just a figure of speech. In Kanye's mind, these powerful industry figures have the means and motivation to silence him permanently. And honestly, his fear isn't completely irrational when you look at the history of entertainers who've spoken out against the industry. From Michael Jackson's mysterious death after his battles with Sony to DMX passing shortly after exposing industry practices, there's a pattern that makes conspiracy theorists raise their eyebrows. And just when you thought this couldn't get any messier, industry insider Jaguar Wright dropped a bombshell claiming Beyoncé's baby bump was fake during her first pregnancy. This adds a whole new layer to Kanye's comments about the Carters' children. Is he just being cruel, or is he trying to expose something the Carters have been hiding for years?
Beyonce got on that stage with that fake baby bump.
Oh yeah.
It was lined up with the same timing of where Kathy White would have been in her second trimester.
The internet is going absolutely nuts with theories. Some folks are saying Kanye's just having another mental health episode, while others are convinced he's pulling back the curtain on Hollywood's biggest power couple. Either way, this feud has officially reached nuclear levels, and there's no coming back from this one. So what do you think? Is Kanye exposing real secrets about the Carters, or is he just lashing out because he feels betrayed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.